Assassin's Creed Valhalla has just launched on Steam, and the good news is that it works on the Steam Deck. A number of people already played it via Ubisoft directly on the Steam Deck by sideloading it, but having it right there on Steam just makes it that much simpler for all you deckers. And I must say too, I'm actually reasonably impressed here with the performance. I'm running it with Proton Next, which at some point relatively soon will be the next stable version of Proton, so I figured showing it with that would make sense. I'm also on SteamOS 3.4 preview, so keep that in mind, and I really do love the horizontal performance monitor available on it. Now then, since this does use Ubisoft Connect with Steam account linking, I was a little bit worried that it might be a problem, so to ensure a thorough test, I did not have anything linked to begin with. From what we know with the EA app, the external launchers can be really problematic. In this case, it logged in fine, it did two-factor authentication fine, it linked my Ubisoft to Steam perfectly well, but then when I went to load the game straight after, it completely froze on me, it was just dead. But the Steam Deck was still responding, so I could close it, relaunch, and every load since then has been fine. So just some of the usual early launch issues with Windows games running through the Proton compatibility layer. I'm happy for another reason. This game has text and icon sizing options, so it's really nice for the Steam Deck screen so you can make them bigger. And before we get into any gameplay, let's take a look at the benchmarks across low, medium and high so that you can actually see what to expect. Now keep in mind the benchmark says it's on Windows because that's what Proton tells games. What you'll end up seeing across all three is that low can nearly average about 60 frames a second, medium can average sort of close to 40-45, and high around 37. The biggest problem are the low points, the minimum FPS, which even on the low settings preset can dip right down to 24 frames a second, and I've actually seen it lower. Those drops are what you will really feel with it looking sluggish for a moment and it hits the controls due to the frame timing too. And keep in mind the benchmarks I'm doing were warmed up first to account for any possible shader issues. So overall, really, you're looking at mostly low if you don't want to use FSR to keep the quality as clean as possible. The question is, how good is FSR here though? Well, the final test in my list of the benchmarks here is medium with FSR on ultra quality, and it's not bad at all. We end up with a better average FPS overall and a better minimum with visual quality that's actually quite reasonable, even with me recording it on a 1080p monitor like this. So that looks to be the sweet spot with medium and FSR on ultra quality. Just to showcase a bit of how it works on the Steam Deck, I will do gameplay clips with medium settings preset and FSR set to ultra quality. There'll be a bit on the charger, and then after that it will move over to batteries so that you can see what kind of wattage it actually pulls. But honestly, overall, I'm actually quite impressed with it. It works quite nicely. So do let me know what you think in the comments. As always, follow along and I'll see you all later.
I need your eyes, my friend. One of Kjotve's men. I need to be careful. guards here are vigilant. Save that for later. Warriors. I should stay out of sight.
Once this land is under Kjotve's lash, we will live like Jarls.
It will not happen while Ravenclan lives. They fight like berserkers. Eivor Wolf-Kiss killed.
Your wolf!
Clash of iron. There's fighting nearby. Hey, you old hound. You live. No, I no go. Kjotve's warriors crawl through. Kjotve's warriors crawl through Aval's nest. Use the main gate. I may attract attention. The longhouse. The crew should be inside. There should be an opening in the roof.
Like that, and my axe will miss your neck. Unpleasant for both of us. You should be on a spot if you
just keep...
Or they haunt you. I will sell you to hell herself. Kneel, wolf-kissed, and I will spare your life.
Shut your hole and fight!
Die, you sack of shit!
You should have held on to this until the bitter end.
Hey, come help me out!
Hey! Time you die. Let's tie our take you.
It's not this way. Just watch.
Die, you nothing! We work together.
Blood for Odin!
Almost over now.
Blood! Die! Curse you! Almost got you!
It's axe time. Blood! Odin, take you.
Bleeding dung here.
Catch this! Jack, Braggy, grab your oars. The whale road leads us home.
Gods, it's about time!
Stop yapping and start rowing.
Sail out!
Rather silent, Eivor. Anything to say for the mess you led us to?
We suffered no losses in this fight, and the men who humiliated us are dead. What is there to say?
Oh, something like, I was stupid, selfish, reckless, blind, bone-headed, and I smell like blood and shit?
I like my version better.
Eivor, look! Someone is setting up an outpost on that island.
Kjotve's men, gnawing at any piece of open land like dogs worrying a bone.
Even with you half in the grave, we could easily take them.
Take that bleeding scum! Let's hit the bastards!
Odin, oh, you sheep! Die, you shitsack!
tänker att...
Jotva will come for us now, harder and stronger than before.
No surprise there. This war has spun on for 3 generations. I hardly expect him to relent.
Your hatred for that man burns bright, wolf-kissed. I could warm my balls on it.
Would you not prefer a pair of sealskin breeches?
Just take care, Eivor. Such hatred can make you careless. What he did to your father, he did to all of us. You are not in this fight alone. Eivor, look! Someone is setting up an outpost on that island.
Kjotve's men, gnawing at any piece of open land like dogs worrying a bone.
Even with you half in the grave, we could easily take them.
Take that breathing scum! Let's hit the bastards!
Hold it on, you sheep! Die, you shitsack!
I tänker att...
Hello, Eivor. Sem heldur er.
Eivor, wolf-kissed. Welcome back.
Gunnar, I have something here you might like to see.
Thunderclap of Thor! Is that your father's axe?